Hello friends, welcome back to the new lecture. So today we are going to see how we can create grid view in SwiftUI, which is introduced in iOS 14, and we can create them since it was not earlier part of the SwiftUI, but it is recently introduced in WWDC. So let's see how we can create that and use it in our SwiftUI application. So for that we need to first open Xcode beta version, that is Xcode 12 beta. Let's create a new project. Let me full screen it. So make sure you select iOS and app here. After that, let's name it as grid demo, and interface is SwiftUI, lifecycle is SwiftUI app, and language is Swift. Click next, and let's save it on our desktop. Okay, so to create a grid, what you want is first, as we know that to create a collection view or a grid, we need some data. So let me first create some data like this, like data is equal to, we need some numbers, so let's assume from 1 to 1000. And now also we need to tell our collection view or grid view that how many numbers of columns we want. So let's create that. Let columns is equal to, it will be inside square brackets, and inside this, as we have previously in UIKit a collection view, and inside view we have collection cell item. So here we also need to create some grid item, and it will have three different things. I can tell you that one is adaptive, one is fixed, and one is flexible. So we will see all three one by one. So first let's go with adaptive, and inside this I will take one parameter, that is minimum, so that I will pass it here as 50. We don't need maximum here. So here basically we are telling that this cell or this grid item will have minimum space of 50 and maximum it can take any much. So let's consider that here, and now we have everything what we need for a grid view. So let's create a grid view here. So to create a grid view, first we need to use a scroll view which will allow our grid view to scroll. Then inside scroll view we need to use our grid view. So here we have two different types of grid view. One is which we are see first, that is lazy v grid. So here lazy means it will create the grid items which are visible on the screen. It will not create all the 1000 grid items at one time only. So this way it will be more efficient and more performance will be better when we use this lazy here. So let's use that. And here we have different options, like since we are using first v grid, which is vertical scrolling of the grid view, so we need to provide the columns here. So we will use that columns, and let's pass the columns which we have created here, columns. And after that we don't need all these things, so we can basically remove that. So let me type this again, columns. Here I will pass my columns, and also I need spacing, so we can give spacing of suppose 20 for now. Let me close that, and now we can use this grid view here. So we now, since we have data here from 1 to 1000, so we need to pass that. So for that we need for each loop, and inside this we will pass our data, and then after data we need to pass an ID which will identify each item uniquely. So that we do like this we have seen in our previous videos also. So let's do that. And now we also need an item from each index, or each index of this our array. So that's here, and now we can pass our text directly. So let's pass text here. We can name as item, and here after this we can pass our actual item here. So this is how you can pass the actual data. So let's run it now and see how it looks. We can check it here also. So okay, so it's running on the simulator, we can see it here. Let's wait for this to load. Okay, so now you can see we can all the grid view items are visible. So one thing what we can do is we can give a background color so we can identify them easily. Color dot red. Let's run it again. Okay, so here you can see that even you can run it on simulator also, and you can check here on actual this canvas view also. Here you can have one more feature where you can directly inspect between the dark and light mode. So I will select as dark mode, and now it will add the code here for the dark mode. And now if I run it, it will give me a view which will be supporting the dark mode. Okay, so now you can see it's looking fine. Also on the actual simulator you can change the alignment, like I can change to landscape mode. So since we have used here adaptive, which means minimum is it is taking 50, and it will fix or it will take as much columns it wants. So let me move to portrait mode again. So now you can see earlier in landscape it is taking more columns, and in portrait it is taking a little bit less. So that's it, that is about adaptive. But if I want to give more columns, or if I want to tell that I want these many columns only, so that also we can do. So for that, before that we'll see how we can use different one is that is flexible, and we don't need to pass anything for flexible. So basically it means, okay, just a minute. Okay, in flexible what it will do is it will take as much space is available inside our this screen. So let's click resume and see. So it will basically display only one column and one grid item per column, you can say. So here you can see it is taking as much space as it want. But what if you want two columns? So that is also very easy. You just need to copy paste this one more time, and now it will create two columns for you like this. So that's about flexible. And you not only you can give only two columns, but here if I pass more, let's see, for 5, now it will work for that also. Okay, so now if you change the alignment here, so in the landscape also it will display 5 only, because you have specified here how many columns you want. So that's about flexible. Now what one more is there which is fixed, we can see. So let me just remove this part, and we can say fixed. Okay, so what I can do is now, okay, let me pass how much width I want to give for my this each grid item. So to understand this better, what we will do is we will use a horizontal. So currently you can see that it is taking 200 of the width, but what I want to do is I want to show you the horizontal grid view also. So currently we have seen vertical grid. Now let's see how you can use horizontal grid. So for that what you have to do is you have to first make sure you name it as rows, since we are going to create a horizontal view, so it's a row. And then here scrolling should be horizontally, so let's tell that it should scroll horizontally. Okay, now scroll view knows that it has to scroll horizontal way. Now inside this we need to say h grid, which is horizontally grid view, and here we need to pass rows. Then we don't need spacing, so let's remove that. And data will be again same, but it will be too much, so let's say 10, 1 to 10. And okay, let me just check. Okay, here also we need to pass rows for the h grid. And after this, here you can see it will display. Now let's resume it and see if it is working on or not. Okay, now you can see it's working fine. And to see it much better way, what we can do is we can use image instead of text. So let me just rename it to text, and I can use some images which I have. So here you can see I need to add some images. So let me just select those images. Let's add those images to our project. There's one more image. Okay, so now we have images from 1 to 10 with the name animal 1 to 10 likewise. So we can pass those images here, and we can just remove this background color or let it be for now, and we can run it here. But you can see that each image is of very big size, so we can resize them using resizable, and we don't need all this, so let's remove that. Also, after resizing we need to pass the frame, so frame will be suppose 50 by 50, and let's remove the alignment. Okay, now let's run it on our actual simulator and see how it looks. Okay, now you can see our grid view in horizontal way. So this is how you can create a vertical grid and horizontal grid in SwiftUI. It's pretty much easy. So hopefully you guys have liked this video, and if you have liked this, please hit the like button, and if you have any suggestions for the future videos, make sure you ask them in the comment section below. So thank you guys for watching. Bye, take care.